Every time I do this show, I keep waiting for that one time that I'm not nervous as heck when I do it. Or the one time I hit go live and the two dogs don't start screaming in the background. It is the Blind Surfer Show, the solo edition. And I believe, see, this is the scary part. It says I'm listening to it. Oh, it's telling me if I don't want notifications, my channel goes live. No, I definitely want notifications when my channel goes live. Especially like, out loud ones. Yeah, there it is. That's me. So there we go. All right, one technical thing out of the way. I know that I'm live.
Knowledge said early again.
What up, Goose of Knowledge? Yeah, so that means...
DeMarco-U1S said blind guy unboxing.
Well, I'm not going to do an unboxing live, but that is one of my features. I try and do it every Saturday. And as you can tell, the comments will be rolling this evening. You will hear the comments as they come in.
Goose of Knowledge said I like bagels.
Well, everybody likes bagels. I mean, who doesn't like bagels? Brooks is not here. Banana's not here.
DeMarco-U1S said you are my favorite YouTuber.
Well, that's very cool to hear. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Christian Thabos-V8 T asks blind guy boxing.
Blind guy boxing. Yeah, me and Logan Paul were going to do that.
Said we love you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Flemethy said hello, Mr. Surfer.
Well, hello there. You know what this is?
Welcome to the Blind Surfer Show.
Yar! It's the Blind Surfer Show, and I am he, the Blind Surfer. Oh, I'm getting all sorts of notifications now. How do I... Oh, it's my meal company. I get pre-prepared meals because I'm such a terrible cooker, and they're supposed to arrive on Tuesday mornings so I can have a meal for lunch, and they didn't bring it to me today. I did not get my meal, and I was very, very sad about it. What did I have for lunch? Oh, I ended up eating a frozen pizza for lunch. Because they just decided not to bring it. Anyway, have you guys so far survived Red Tuesday? You know what Red Tuesday is? It's the Tuesday before Valentine's Day, and it's the day where the most breakups happen. For, I guess obvious reasons, because people that are in like loose relationships aren't super excited. Well, not a loose relationship in the way you might be thinking, but like they're like kind of dating, but they're not really sure if they're into each other. They decide to break up on the Tuesday before Valentine's Day because, they don't want to fake it, or maybe they just want to save money and not have to buy a present for someone on Valentine's Day if they're not really into them. So this would be the day that the most breakups would happen. I have not been broken up with on Valentine's Day or before Valentine's Day or on the Red Tuesday, nor has anybody broken up with me then. However, one of the crappiest breakups I ever had was on my birthday. It was my birthday. Oh, am I too hot? I might be too hot. The audio that you guys hear is different than what I hear, which is like if this is radio, I'd be hearing exactly what you guys are hearing, but you guys hear it differently. So sorry if I was blowing out your eardrums there if it was too hot. Let's see if there...
4,495 said, can someone help me, please?
What do we need to help you with? How do you need help? I'm the one trying to
said Red Tuesday sucks then.
Live stream.
Good thing I am a goose and don't have relationships.
Wait, gooses have relationships, don't they?
At Arc
Geese
Dragon
have relationships.
Man said I survived by not trying.
There you go. That's a good way to not get broken
At
up with
Amanda
on Red
Miller,
Tuesday.
4,495 said, where do I call?
Oh, there's the company telling me that. Yeah, they're telling me my meals are gonna be here, like tomorrow. So no lunch for me, no dinner for me. So the crappiest breakup I ever had, it was on my birthday. And I've been dating this girl for a while, and she just totally out of the blue. Like I never take time off from work. I never get time off from work. And so I usually force myself on my birthday, and on Banana's birthday lately, I take the day off just like, hey, I finally give myself a day. So I'm sitting out back on my deck at my house in the Boston area, and the girl I'm dating comes home with a Wendy's burger and one of the like fraps or like ice cream drinks, whatever the Wendy's people call it. And immediately I'm like, this isn't good. Like, why is she bringing me I knew it was my birthday, but that just wasn't her style. Like, bring me food. And she's like, hey, let's have a seat. And I'm like, this is really not good. And she sits me down on my little table outside my deck. It's this like beautiful first day of summer. I was heretofore in a good mood. And she just she lets me start eating the damn Wendy's burger and drinking my little chocolate frap there. And I get like a third of the way through it, and she's just kind of smiling, but I know something's up. And she tells me, she's like, just so you know, I'm moving out at the end of the day. She's like, it's not you, it's not anything. We're breaking up. And she doesn't give me any reason. Now, fast forward 3 days later, her sister tells me that she's been cheating on me for quite some time with another guy that she met out at a bar somewhere. And I'm like, great, fantastic. But she of course doesn't tell me any of that. Like whoever walks up to you is like, hey, guess what? I've been cheating on you. Like, that doesn't happen. And that had never happened to me before. I'd never been with a girl that was a cheater. I didn't grow up as a cheater. It just wasn't like, I don't know. I grew up in a nice town with nice people that didn't do that kind of thing. You're going to break up with somebody, you just break up with them. But apparently she'd found some dude and they'd been, whatever, for a while or however long it was. And she decided to move out. Worst part was, it was my birthday and she had planned a party with me and her family. I'd gotten pretty tight with her family. And so like they were going to be taking me out to a local restaurant like 3 hours after she gave me the news. And I'm like, well, I don't want to go to that. And she's like, well, my whole family's going to be expecting you. And I don't know why I listened to her. I should have just been like, screw this, screw that, get your stuff now and get out. But mostly I was like sideswiped and devastated. And so I ended up going to the stupid dinner with her family. And her family was nice people. They're good people. Her brother was a super good guy. And I just had to like pretend. I had to like pretend everything was okay because she didn't tell them. And I wasn't going to be like, hey, thanks for the birthday party. She just broke up with me. So, obviously I ended up in a better place in life. Eventually, I'm here with Banana now. Banana's out there playing with the puppies tonight. She'll be in here tomorrow. But yeah, never been broken up with on Valentine's Day. Never broken up with anybody on Valentine's Day. But that was a pretty craptastic birthday. This is a bad memory. Most of my birthdays throughout my life have been great. My birthday is the first day of summer, or usually is, and was always like the last day of school when I was growing up as a kid in elementary school and stuff. And so everybody like celebrated my birthday. It was like an awesome day, like last day of school. We had a big party for the last day of school, and the party was also my birthday. And I remember in elementary school, I had a 5th grade teacher that used to write poems for everybody's birthday. Last day of school, this is 5th grade. I still remember this, the last 2 lines of the poem, because for some reason, I used to have sneezing fits when I lived in Massachusetts. I was like allergic to stuff. And I think the last 2 lines of the poem were, it's Pete's birthday, and today he can do anything he pleases except control his famous sneezes. And that was the last day of school, the last poem of the school year. But also, 2022, I actually lost Superdog the day before my birthday. And that like totally ruined my birthday for quite some time, until just this past year I decided I used to think about it. I lost him the day before my birthday, and I let it kind of ruin my birthday for a couple of years. But instead of mourning the day that I lost him, I started celebrating his actual birthday, which was March 18th. Superdog was born March 18th, 2012, and I started celebrating that day
Not
instead.
giving knowledge.
Is the goose not giving knowledge?
At Thievery
That's okay.
Thing
It
Boy
doesn't have to give
dash
knowledge all the
M4D
time.
said, I am sorry to hear that term.
I wonder what term. This is
At
the
Karen Goodwin,
Karen. What's going on, Karen
3204
Goodwin?
said okay.
Okay. This is me popping
At
into
the
the chat a
Goose
little
of
bit late
Knowledge
and not
said,
know
I
what's
am
going on.
eating a frozen bagel.
You can't eat a frozen bagel.
At Caden
You got to
DeMarco
cook the.
dash
I mean,
U1
you
S
can.
said, I can't hear the voice chat.
Well, yeah. I mean, you don't get
At
to hear the
Karen
voice chat
Goodwin,
all the time.
3204 said, yum.
I mean,
How's the
imagine
bagel?
if the voice chat was rolling
At
the entire
PC Gaming
time.
Time said howdy.
Howdy, while I was
The
talking.
Goose of Knowledge said,
Someone-
I might give knowledge about 5 minutes from now.
Yeah, you know, Goose
At
can be the goose of knowledge, but
said
he
the
can
bagel is good.
sit on his knowledge eggs for a little while if he wants. I mean, in the past, he's given like 100 different knowledge facts in an hour, which is a lot. You don't have to keep up that pace. And yet, someone was trying to tell me that like your text to speech thing doesn't work. I can't hear the vertical. You only hear it. So I got a million controls right here. This is controlling like the music. So this is my that's my Western music. Here's my fun music. These 3 buttons control the phone calls, and this one right
My
here.
brother's birthday is March 18th.
Hey,
and his
your
name
brother's
is
birthday.
Angel.
Oh, that's kind of cute. Your brother's birthday is
At
March 18th,
Landon
same as
Smith,
Superdog. Landon Smith.
525 said hi.
Hi, Landon Smith.
At Waffle7825 asks how you doing good today.
I'm doing good today because I finished all my
Thieverything
work
Boy
super
dash
early.
M4D said, how you doing, Peter? Can I call you that?
I mean, I don't like being called Peter that much. Mostly my mother calls me Peter. And growing up so to finish that thought, I'm all over the place. So you don't hear all the comments all the time. That'd be extraordinarily distracting. You just hear them when I pot them up. Being called Peter, I mean, like I said, my mother mostly calls me Peter. And also growing up in the Boston area where there are no R's, it's the land where R's do not exist. Everybody called me Peter. which is like the bread, pita bread. And that just kind of drove me nuts. I couldn't stand everybody being like, Peter, Peter, come over here, Peter. What are you doing, Peter? So I mostly just went with Pete, and I've stuck with Pete. And I like Pete Gustin, little 3-syllable name, Peter Gustin. Peter sounds, I don't know, it sounds a little nerdy to me. Ooh,
At Kate,
let's see what this is.
At Otis43155 tipped $5 through Super Chat. Got engaged on Valentine's and 1 year later broke up on Valentine's
Oh
Day.
no, that blows. That right there, by the way, if you want to hear text to speech and you want to guarantee that your text to speech is going to be heard, you can tip $3 or more. And I guess the conversion rate worked out there. It's got to be $3 or more USD, United States dollars, and that voice will pop in. It'll just kind of take over everything. Yeah, engaged on Valentine's Day, which is. It's pretty cute. I guess that's pretty cute. I don't know. Like I feel like I know some people that have gotten engaged on Christmas and on Valentine's Day. I just did it in a random September day with Banana, and I asked her to be my forever banana. So engaged on Valentine's Day, that sounds like a fun memory. And then you broke up on you should have broken up the day before Valentine's Day, because I'm assuming by that point you might have already bought the gifts and stuff. I know this is a call-in show. I'm hoping to hear from some new people last week in the call-in show where we have everybody, me, Brooks, and Banana. We heard from a New Jersey police officer, which was super cool. I love the regulars, but I also really enjoy hearing from new people, new stories and stuff like that. Yeah, might as well go to a phone call. 760-517-6844 is the phone number. As you see on your screen right now, you can call in. We don't screen them, and I'll talk to you and see what's up. Hey, who's this?
Just be able to turn it down. LT.
LT, what's going on?
Check your email tomorrow.
Okay. I got
that.
You got the skateboard design for me?
I do.
That's exciting.
It is. I can't get any bad feedback though.
Okay.
So I don't know how to make it any better.
Okay.
So hopefully I can get some feedback tomorrow.
Okay. I can put that up as like a community post or something like that and have people check it out. Today, my video today talking about feedback is I've been asking people for feedback on the cover for my new book. Did you happen to catch that short that was out there today?
Yes, I did. I actually liked the last one where it was kind of scratchy. It was red on one side and white on the other part of the lettering. I really like that one.
That one seems to be I think it's the overwhelming favorite. I think more than 2/3 of the people are voting for that one.
Yeah.
It was my idea. I described all these things to the artist, and I really wish I could see how it came out, but I guess, majority rules if everybody seems to like it. The one thing I didn't see, you know what I mean? I heard a comment actually shortly before I came on here was someone said, I am a devout Christian and I would not buy that book because it has half of a pentagram on it. And I was like, okay. I mean, it's the book is about the God and devil. Those are kind of like two of the main characters. I'm like, I guess if that's your stance, but it's kind of what the book's about.
Well, there's a lot of people that are that way. Like I live in a super religious town, so it's like I'm pretty sure they just wouldn't read it just for the title alone, instead of reading it for the substance inside.
Yeah, I mean, I love
scratchy design. Like when I send this to you, you're going to see that it's also a very rough, very rugged design. Like it's based on graffiti. The only thing that's not graffiti is I put your logo on it.
The Find Away. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, where it has PGBS. I think it means something along the lines of P. Gustin banana sandwiches or something like that.
It's Blind Surfer, but yeah, I like banana sandwiches. That's pretty good.
But yeah, I'll get that over to you. I can't see the full size photo because it's so large. It is designed for a skateboard, but I'll send you more details on how you can use it.
Okay, that'd be cool. I'll definitely check that out with Banana. Well, Brooks will be here too, so maybe the two of them can check it out and describe to. If you get it to me before the show tomorrow, we can get it loaded up into our streaming software.
Yeah, I'll send it to you probably tomorrow morning or tomorrow after night.
All right.
Right when I get home.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Then we can load it up into the software and let everybody check it out tomorrow night.
Yeah, I want them to complain about it. I want to know how I can make it better, and I do want to put a positive because this one's you falling down. We already discussed the actual image.
Yep.
But I also want to make a positive one. I don't want to, like, something more endearing, you know?
Okay. I mean, I like my
Like it says find a way, but
yeah.
I think this one should be what's your excuse type of thing, you know?
Yeah. My main channel trailer, and at first the concept of it's if you go to my page, youtube.com/blind surfer, it's like a minute and 10 seconds of me just like eating, ass. Like I'm getting my ass handed to me on big waves, on skateboards, just doing all sorts of stuff where I'm getting beat up. But to me, it's kind of like, hey, like I know this stuff is going to happen. It's bound to happen when you're doing extreme sports, especially when you're doing them blind. But I'm not afraid. Like I'm going out there and I'm doing it. So a graphic with me wiping out, like I don't mind that at all, because you know what happened after I wiped out? I got back up and I did it again.
Oh, my favorite part wasn't you getting me up to do it again. It was you laughing about it when you did it, because it means it was one of those videos you said I wasn't going to do this video, and that's how you start the video.
Yep.
And then at the end, like you said, the reason you didn't want to do it because last time you hurt your arse.
Yes. Yes.
And then you're busting out laughing on the ground because, well,
Yeah, I hurt my arse again. Well, I got Banana making fun of me. She's like, it's just a butt. I'm like, yeah, but when you fall on your butt on concrete going, you're not going 30 miles an hour on a skateboard, but you're going pretty quick and you just boom right on your butt. Like, yeah, it hurts. It hurts. Generally,
you should get a butt helmet.
But I actually, and I bought it too late. I bought Burton Impact shorts, which they say that the technology is supposed to like harden as you hit the ground. I mean, I haven't fallen since I tried them, so I can't test them out. And I guess I wish I had them on that day, but I did not.
But yeah, that's what motivates me. It's like on different topics. I know we're going to be disconnected shortly. I never actually had to worry about Valentine's Day.
Why is that?
My last two girlfriends were Japanese. My first girlfriend was like creeped out that I bought her a Valentine's Day gift.
So they don't do? They don't believe in Valentine's Day in Japan?
It's backwards. Valentine's Day, only the girl gives the guy gifts.
Oh, really? That's something I had no. Did you know that before you started dating the first Japanese? No, you didn't.
My first Japanese girlfriend?
Yeah.
Nope.
No.
That one confused me. She actually looked at me with confusion because I bought her flowers and candy like what normal Americans buy.
Yeah.
And she had me candy. So I'm like, okay. But she was so freaked out by it that when I dated my second girlfriend, I understood a little bit more.
Then you got
We have a separate holiday. It's called White Day.
Is that really what White Day is, when the guy gets the girl a gift on Valentine's Day in Japanese culture?
Yep.
Okay. What kind of chocolate did she get you?
1 month later.
Okay, March. Do you remember the chocolate that she got you? Because I've been given authentic Japanese chocolate and it's effing delicious.
Oh no, it's just American. She was in America at the time.
Okay. I did some work with Sony, and they flew over like to bring me some camera equipment right from Japan. They brought me a whole box of Japanese chocolate. I forget what it was called, but Banana ended up eating half of it on me because it was so good.
Christmas was the one that shocked me because I told my girlfriend, you're Japanese. If you're going to send me a gift, I would like it to be like a traditional Japanese gift. And I was expecting something cheap.
Yeah.
She sent me a wallet that embarrassed me. Like, I don't want a wallet that valuable because it's made from Japanese cow leather.
Oh, wow.
And it's like, I really just spent $10 on you for Christmas. I was not expecting a gift back like this. So I had to go back, and it makes you feel bad. So you go back and spend money and buy her diamond earrings for, what's it? Oh, that Hatsumode, where they go to the shrine. Even though that's not really a time you give gifts, I had to give her something,
Yeah. The holidays, sometimes they end up being a war of who doesn't look bad as opposed to who looks good. Oh, 1 second. I'll see if you can hold on there. See what
At
this one is.
SarahCam7808 tipped $5 through Super Chat. Swinging by to drop a Super Chat.
Thanks, Sarah. I appreciate that. Sarah always is always very, very, very generous, and I appreciate her dropping by. Her and Joni and Devil's Advocate are also, if they are in the chat, if you see them tonight, they're all mods. So don't piss them off. You'll get timeouts from them. And LT, I am excited to check out the design. If you have time to swing by tomorrow, hopefully we can get you on, and we'll put that up on the screen for everybody to check it out.
I don't even have to be on. Just You don't have to do anything for it. Just give me a shout out. I know you're trying to get on to other people. I'll talk to you later.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. That is very interesting. I never thought about that in different cultures. That must have been really weird. Like I wouldn't have guessed that at all. It's a day when the women get the guy something. I can't even like fathom that. Is there? I don't think we have a day like that here. I mean, my birthday. Somebody usually gets me presents on my birthday. But other than that, did my text to speech thing break already? Do I have to go over there and fix this already? I just tried to pot up the text to speech thing and it's not working. This thing, it's awesome to have it. It's very cool.
At
Oh, here we
Everything
go.
Boy
Here we go.
dash M4D
It's not broken.
said OKKK person blue speaking microphone elbow bump.
What is that? Blue person
At Sarah
speaking
Cam
elbow bump.
7808 said have a good evening everyone on the chat.
Is that Sarah dipping out and getting out of
At
here?
You Know Alex said Pete, how was your day today?
My day today.
My day has been going good so far and my girlfriend are getting gifts for each other and we've been dating for about a year.
Well, that's very nice. You getting gifts for each other on
At You
Valentine's
Know What
Day?
I'm Mad Now asks can I call?
I mean, you can call, and I
At
try to
Their
get to
Elf
the phone
Goose said I
calls.
made pickles.
You made how do you make it, Ma? I guess
At
you
the
just take
Goose
a
of
cucumber and you
Knowledge
turn
said
it into a pickle.
identical twins don't have the same fingerprints.
Story time. Identical
you-
twins don't have the same fingerprints. So I was at a restaurant bar. This is like a month ago, and to my left was a couple of guys. I was with Banana. There was a seat between us, and there was a couple of guys. And Banana obviously noticed it before I did because I can't see them. But one of the guys is like, "Hey, we're identical twins," and he started telling some sort of a story. And his identical twin brother cut him off. He's like, "Technically, we're not identical twins." And I was thinking like maybe one of them had like put on some weight or someone had like lost some hair sooner than the other guy or something like that. He's like, "That's my fault." And he just volunteers this information. He's like, "I've only got one ball." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Like that's just something to blurt out at a restaurant or a bar. Like, good to know. And I guess, yeah, technically, if one of them only has one ball, I didn't ask why he only had one ball. I mean, yeah, it didn't really seem like an appropriate question. It didn't seem like something I'd be blurting out at a bar. But maybe if that was his way of dealing with it, that makes sense.
At Real Derek Scott tipped $10 through Super Chat.
Woo!
Love you, Mr. Gustin. Wish America could learn from Japanese customs. Stay awesome.
I don't know a lot about Japanese. Thank you very much, by the way. That was extraordinarily nice and very generous. I like holding the competition between me and Banana, or me, Banana, and Brooks. How many people do Super Chat when it's just the Pete Show versus the Pete and Brooks or Pete Brooks and Banana Show? I feel like I've been winning. I feel like I've been getting more on my own. So I have been doing a fair amount of work with Sony. If you notice the jump in quality in my studio a while ago, most of my shorts used to get shot in a GoPro, and now they're shot on a Sony. This whole team from Sony came. It was like 12 or 15 people. They came and they wanted to like learn how I, as a blind guy, like use their cameras and utilize their technology and stuff. And they were like the most polite people and so nice and so like engaged with what was going on. I don't know a lot of their customs, but we had a fair amount of conversation about it, and it just kind of felt like the most polite society I'd ever heard of in my life. Nothing like being here in the United States. I feel like I'd like to experience, if I had the time, I'd love to go over there and walk down the street as a blind guy versus doing it here in America. The having the cane in the United States is, the blind guy cane. It's like a 50-50 as to whether people notice it, and then 50-50 to the 50-50 if they know what it means. And a lot of people don't get out of the way. They're too busy paying attention to their phones. I've been told a number of times that people like play hopscotch and jump over my cane. But I guess in Japan, they're like very polite and very courteous. And if they see you with the cane, they'll actually get out of the way. I think that would be kind of a nice
At
and different
David Haddon
experience.
7202 said you are my hero.
Well, thank you. I appreciate
At
that.
Amanda Miller 4495
Amanda.
said but I can't so I will try.
Amanda said, but I can't, so I will try.
At Cooper
What's up,
5747
Cooper?
asks when can I call the number on screen.
You can call the number on screen whenever you want, and then
At the Goose of
Sometimes I'll
Knowledge
get to
said the
them.
time perspective is based on how fast they can process information.
that must be following up on
At
something
Dank
else.
MF Angel said
Dank
hey
MF Angel.
Goose. Appreciate your knowledge.
Dank MF Angel had a nice
At the
conversation
Goose
with
of
Brooks
Knowledge said you can
last
call it
week.
at any time during the stream, Cooper.
This is true, Cooper. You can call in at any time.
At Terminape1
Hey.
said not Michael, it's my older brother, and I am. Just gonna say it involves the law.
All right. Well, that sounds like something's
At
interesting
Thievery
that's going on with is that
M4D
Danny, I
said we
think?
all do.
We all do.
At
We all do
Dank
something.
MF Angel
Dank MF
said
Angel
Sarah.
again? This is. I love that everybody. I love that everybody.
DeMarco-U1S said it won't let me call you. I tried calling
Well,
4
okay.
times. It won't
I
let
know
me
that's
call.
because it's full. That's because I'm doing a bad job of going through the calls. I should. Yeah, I mean, I try and explain this. It's not going to let you in if it's full. You can fit 6 people in there at a time. What happens is, I feel like I should do these as like a pop-up more often. What happens is a lot of the regulars, a lot of the people who know what's going on, who understand the process, they call and they fill up the 6 lines. So then a lot of people don't get a chance to get in. But when I take a call, that frees up one spot. So let's see, I can try and take one right now. 760, why do I say the phone number if I got the cool graphic? I think it says it on the screen when I do this. 760-517-6844 is the phone number to the Blind Surfer Show. Let's see who this is. Hello, hello.
Hi,
Hey, who's this?
this is Drew.
Drew, what's going on?
Not much.
You sound like a voice I have not heard before. Have we ever spoken before?
Yes, we have.
Oh man, bad memory on my part. Well, tell me what's going on tonight then.
Well, it's dark, but for you, it's always dark.
Yeah, well, I have light perception, so it's one of the two. If I'm in mediocre to no light, it's black, and if there's any light, it's just completely white, washed out, squishy soup nonsense. So I'm not always in the dark, which I'm thankful for. I like the fact that I still have some ability to see light. But what stories or questions or anything you got for us tonight?
Well, I am a miracle.
Okay.
Because when I was 11, I was put into a coma.
When you were how old?
11.
And I'm assuming on purpose for some reason?
No.
Okay.
It was the summer of 1995, and then my mom says that all of a sudden I just went into the bathroom and I just started throwing up.
Okay.
And so she called the ambulance to take me to the hospital. But they said, no, it's just heat stroke. It's just heat stroke. He'll be fine. But she said, no, this isn't right. I want to take him to the hospital. And if it wasn't for that, I don't think I would be alive right now. Because they took me to the hospital and they did all their tests and nothing came back wrong until they did my blood sugar. It was really, really high, like over 700.
Whoa.
And so they gave me insulin to bring it down.
Yeah.
But they gave me too much and it brought it down too fast.
Oh, God.
And my brain reacted and fell into the back of my head and I was in a coma for at least 36 hours.
Whoa. That's a lot.
I had what the doctors call a cerebral edema.
What
And
was it
when
called
I
again?
came out, a cerebral edema.
Oh, okay.
And when I came out, like a computer system placed close to a magnet, everything was erased. I had to really how to do everything all over again.
Oh my God, really?
Uh-huh.
At 11
One
years
thing
old?
that made it better,
Did you know how
one thing
to?
that made it better,
Okay, go ahead.
but one thing that made it better was the part of my brain that was working compensated for the part that wasn't working, and I reached all my 12-month goals in 6 months or less.
Wow, that's impressive. Did you have to relearn speech
Uh-huh.
again?
Uh-huh.
Whoa,
That was the therapy that I had for the longest.
that must have been frightening as hell for everybody involved, you and your family. Just a brain reset. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And how?
And the doctors didn't even give me a 30% chance of living through the night. And I said if I did live, I was going to be a vegetable.
Ooh.
But I rather think that they were right about that because I've never felt more like a rutabaga than I do now.
Well, you came out with a sense of humor on top of it as well. That is impressive and 30% chance, and you beat those odds pretty good.
Yep. Not even a 30% chance.
Not even a 30% chance of living. God, there's so
Mhm.
those moments are super scary. I think Stephen Hawkins, he was on a ventilator and they told his wife, they're like, we're gonna pull the plug because he's gonna die. And she took him, what was it, like out of Germany and back to England, and fought for him and pushed for him. And he ended up making a full, at least some degree of a recovery. So it just goes to show, like, the doctors with their numbers, Not always right. I mean,
Huh?
congrats to you for
Uh-huh.
fighting through that.
Yep.
Do you still have a lot of
Mhm.
work to do, or you feel like you're 100% on track right now?
I feel like I'm kind of on track, but there's still a lot more that I want to do because I want to be able to drive.
Yeah. Hey, me too. That'd be awesome.
Yep.
We might not have to
Yep.
drive in the near future. Elon's trying to make it so they still. It's still important to. Thank you for the call, by the way. It's still important. I guess you have to have a licensed driver behind the seat of a Tesla. You can't just have like blind people like me popping into Teslas and driving them around. But a Waymo. You know what? I never thought about that. You don't have to have a licensed driver in the Waymo, right? Could a blind guy like me just hop in a Waymo and have it take me somewhere? I'm pretty sure it could. But that story, by the way, that's incredible. I can't imagine that. All the things that happen to people, like, geez, I know this sounds cliche, but like people taking their health for granted. Like I never thought. I knew I had a bad eye condition. I never knew it was going to get this bad. Like I just didn't know. Like the doctors, there wasn't enough information in the '80s when they diagnosed me. But at least that happened kind of slow. This poor dude. One day he starts puking in the bathroom and his brain resets and he has to learn everything all over again. That is absolutely
Adashond11
crazy.
said that's actually kinda sad. I feel bad for him.
Well, I mean, yeah.
At the Goose of
if you're talking
Knowledge
about what
said
just
you
happened
can
to that
die
guy,
laughing.
you can.
In most
Is that
cases,
true?
it caused a heart attack or deadly spontaneous condition that is deadly.
Spontaneous
At
laughing can
Dank
cause
MF Angel
death.
said love you, Sarah.
Everybody loves Sarah. Everybody loves everybody in the
H.I.C.4570 said Banana is doing a split. Brooks is smoking Tide Stick and Pete loves sticky icky edibles.
No, I don't. I'm not.
At
I'm not
Joni
into that
BC said
stuff.
gotta have a sense of humor when you survive against all odds.
Yeah, that is true. You definitely have to.
At
I
you know
can't
Alex
I
said
can't
sorry
take.
if I don't speak when you answer my call. My parents are asleep and
Oh.
they are right next to my room.
Well, I mean, what are you gonna whisper at me when I
At
get to the phone call?
Thieverything Boy
Be like,
dash
"Hey, what's going
M4D
on?"
said ya good months.
We could do it. We could do an ASMR phone call together. He can be like, "My mom's in the next room and she's asleep," and I'll be like, "My mom's 2,500 miles away and can't hear me." That'll be a weird show. Ooh, so I'm gonna a little spoiler on something that I'm gonna be dropping tomorrow. I got kind of a. I went back and forth on this post that I'm going to drop tomorrow. It's a total braggy post. Like something cool happened, and I wanted to. I'm proud. I was proud of some stuff that happened. I've won a bunch of awards, done a bunch of things, and I was told when I lost my eyesight or when I was losing my eyesight, the state workers were getting ready to file me for like state aid. They were like, you're never going to be able to have a job, you're never going to be able to support yourself, and they were kind of like preparing me to just be living at home with my parents and mooching off them in the state for the rest of my life. So I kind of compiled a whole bunch of different things that I've accomplished over my life. Again, braggy, but I'm proud. I'm excited. I wanted to share it and spread some inspiration. And at the end of it, I found out, this is the spoiler alert, I'm giving you the end of tomorrow's short right now, that video, that song that I wrote called Underestimate Me, any of you guys hear that? It is a hip hop song called Underestimate Me, and it's available on all the streaming platforms right now. You can get on Apple Music, you can get on Pandora, Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, it's everywhere. I got a notification from my distributor just a couple of days ago, maybe 3 days ago, that it has surpassed 10,000 plays. Which, I mean, on my videos, I get millions and millions of plays, but I'm not a hip hop artist. Like, I just decided to sit down one day and do it just to see if I could. I'm always trying to test my limits and see what I can create and see what I can make and see what I can do. And I got super excited that thing surpassed 10,000 plays. So you can play Underestimate Me on all of the streaming platforms. You can actually catch the video for it here on YouTube. And here's some interesting number stuff for you. I've always been curious about like how much artists these days make when their music gets streamed. And I found out. So for 10,000 plays, I got $33, which is not a lot. Here in Southern California, it buys me like a burrito and a margarita maybe. So if you extrapolate that out, if you got 100,000 plays, you'd make 330, and if you got 1 million plays, you'd make like $3,300. So if you get 1 million plays of a song, which is hard to do. If you have a very successful song, you get 1 million plays in the streaming platforms, you make $3,300. So how much do you make if you have a YouTube short that gets 1 million plays? This one I know because I've done it a bunch of times. It changes for some reason depending on which niche and which advertisers are there at the time, I guess. But it averages out to be about $170. Usually 150 to 170. So a million plays of a song gets you 3,300. Million plays of a short gets you $170. Now, if you have a long form video, YouTube long form video, that's about 8 minutes, call it an 8-minute video, so you can fit a midstream commercial in the middle of it. If that gets a million views, you average about $5,000. So way better than a short, way better than a short, and about 50% more than a hit musical single. Now, the interesting one. This is what I'm hoping for. I got my fingers crossed because I'm going to be dropping a book, maybe in the next 2 or 3 weeks. The new book that I've got, Faith Kills. It's ready to go. It just takes time for the publishers to get it available for everybody. So I think it's like 2 to 4 more weeks until it's ready. If you sell 1 million print copies of a book, my books are about 85 to 90,000 words, which is like 300 pages paperback. If you sell it through Amazon, you can make, if you sell 1 million copies, you can make about $3 million, which is way more than someone makes for a hit song, way more than someone makes in a short. And the Audible version, if you sell 1 million versions of an Audible book, that can make you about $4 to $5 million, because they actually, those platforms, there's obviously a lot more work that goes into a book, but they actually do a pretty decent revenue split. So, I mean, I've never had any of my books get anywhere close to that. But man, the thought of being able to sell my book to that many people, I mean, I'd love that many people to read it, and I didn't even know the financial rewards could be that high. But yeah, like on the low end, it's a YouTube short giving you $150. On the high end, if you sell an Audible book, you're making $5 million. The numbers are just, I thought those would be interesting for people that are curious what creators and other artists and stuff like that make.
At Rearimer4978 said 33.00 cool.
Yep, $33. So yeah,
I mean, Joni BC said $30 for 10K plays isn't enough.
It's At Dank
different. MF Angel said.
Well, you
at
didn't say anything.
Terminate1 asks buffering for anyone else?
It shouldn't be buffering.
At THT1 Lemon said he has a TTS system that sometimes reads chat for him at Megla_Mania.
This is true. If this thing is buffering, I'm going to be super annoyed.
At Dank MF Angel said, yeah, buffering, it's common.
Is that
at Thieverythingboy
I don't know if that's on my
M4D
end.
said, yes, me too.
Like everybody's
at the
buffering?
Goose of Knowledge said a Digon, two-sided polygon, can only exist in 3D.
Well, that makes sense. I don't know. I'm told I got a personal one-on-one with the people from Streamlabs, and they told me that the stream is super stable right now. So if it's buffering, I don't actually think there's anything I can do about that. That might be a downstream thing. It might be your connection where you are, because them delivering that to you is different than it being in the cloud and a stored video that you're watching. I think lives are just slightly difficult. As long as I'm not getting kicked off the air, that would bum me out. I got kicked off the air once because of buffering. I don't think that's going to be the issue. 760-517-6844 is the phone number. And yes, I am getting to some phone calls. Hey, who's this?
Hey, Pete, it's Danny.
Danny, what's going on? You having some fun in the chat there?
Yeah, I am. But you probably heard earlier about my older brother.
No, I came in at the end. I just heard you say it was my older brother's, not Michael. What happened?
I'm gonna not say it in front of a bunch of people. But if you want to know, go to Google, look up South Arkansas News Today David, and then go to the AI mode, and it should be the first thing that it talks about.
Okay, and this is your brother?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know you had an older brother. I've just heard you and Michael talking.
Yeah, he usually ain't at home that much. He drives around town.
Okay, drives around town. I'm assuming it's not a good thing?
Not that he did, no, but let's move on from that. Let's go to a happier topic.
Okay.
I went to a school field trip and got second place, and then another one, and my team got first place.
In what?
In Quiz Bowl, we got first place, and in my FBLA public speaking, I got second place for my speech.
Oh, wow. Congratulations. Do you feel like that you got a leg up in Quiz Bowl because you've been frequenting these shows and you got a lot of information from the Goose of Knowledge?
Yes. Thank you, Goose.
Yes, thank you, Goose. You helped with that finishing. And public speaking, were you given a topic to speak on? Was it a debate? Tell me how that went.
Yeah, I had like a few months to write a speech on how social media makes students feel and how it impacts their lives.
Oh, that is actually an interesting topic.
Yeah, I scored about average on pretty much everything, so I got second place.
All right, so average gets you second place. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I get to go to the state competition in April.
Where is that going to be? Far from where you are?
It's going to be about 2 hours away in Little Rock,
Oh, okay.
the capital of Arkansas.
Yeah, I was curious if you were going to get like a day and overnight trip out of it, or if you're just going to drive with your family and then drive back afterwards.
Yeah, no, we're going to hop on the bus before school starts.
Oh, wow. Okay. Regarding your how does social media affect students? Give me the short version. What was your synopsis? What do you think?
It helps us stay connected and feel more involved with each other, but it also can lead to problems like issues with our image of others and ourselves. And the ways to solve this are by confronting the people who are causing these bad feelings and by blocking them on social media and stopping interacting with them in person.
That I feel like I'm 100% on board with everything you just said. I feel like that's a really smart way of looking at it. Well, congratulations on those. When is the state competition? Is that coming up soon?
Yeah, the state FBLA competition is April 9th, and the state quiz bowl is this Saturday.
Oh, this Saturday. So how do you bone up for the quiz bowl competition just by reading all sorts of facts, or you just whatever's in your head is what you got?
I just go with my usual watching random YouTube videos and watching these streams, hoping that it comes up in the questions.
All right, and then
whatever I learn comes.
For the other one, do you have to come up with a new speech to give, or can you work off the social media one again?
Same one. I just have to do better at saying it and presenting it.
All right. Well, hey, you get on every week and you talk to all these people, so I mean you get some practice there at least.
Yeah, and I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
You said that I could end up being a mod at some point whenever you got the chance to actually promote me to that role in the chat. When do you think we'd be able to do that?
I don't know if we need. I mean, do we need 4 mods in there? I'm not entirely sure. If you want to take on that role, I can certainly add your channel name. I was afraid of having too many, because then there's a lot of communication that needs to go on. Like, is Sarah going to block them? Is Devil's Advocate going to block them? But I mean, I feel like you are there pretty much every week. So if you want to be added, I can try and, can you email me blindsurfershow@yahoo.com just so I can communicate with you about that offline?
Yeah, I can definitely email you about that.
All right. blindsurfershow@yahoo.com is what I'll be checking just for this stuff.
All lowercase?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, I will look forward to hearing from you about that. We'll try and get you added to the list. My best, I guess I'll do some Googling after the show for your brother, but I hope everything's okay with the family.
Yeah, he should be getting fine soon, hopefully.
Right.
Just prayers and condolences is all that will help from you right now is all you can really do.
All right, will do. Thanks, Danny. And congrats on those wins.
Thanks. Have a great day, Pete.
You too. Now I got to do some Googling. I don't want to get off the show just to do some Googling. I also don't want to do it. 7:23. When did I start this? I think I started at like 6:30 today. I don't want to Google it right on here and have the text to speech read it out loud because it sounded like something he did not want to share immediately. I keep thinking the text to speech sometimes gets overwhelmed because I've got so many of them going on that the damn thing breaks. I think I turned it on and there's either nobody there. If I get kicked off one more time, I've done so many things to try and make this thing work and be solid that it was kind of a bummer for me to hear that people were lagging. I wonder if the lagging, should I go fix the text to speech? If it's not working, I will go fix it. It's a pretty easy fix for me, but everything is a little more difficult because, I can't see what I'm doing. So I'm going to step away for a second. You can deal with the chicken. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go fix the text to speech machine because it's broken. When I get to my computer, you will hear the text-to-speech telling me, hello, hello, hello. Yeah, there we go. Switch to my mobile microphone. You hear the computer telling me what window I'm on. Hey, look at this. I'm talking to two microphones at once. And then I'll get that thing back working again, hopefully. So, all right. Trick one. Don't run away, people, because I'm not going anywhere. Trick one is not knocking over any of the equipment. Okay, that was a good step. Now I have to find where the program is.
Caster Labs Caffeinated.
It is
Dashboard.
called Caster
One
Labs
running window.
Caffeinated.
Close window.
I closed it. And
Streamlabs
now
desktop.
I'm going to open it again. Is this weird? I wonder if anybody's
Desktop.
joining right now and then they're just like hearing this disassociated voice and they're seeing
Desktop.
the chicken. Well, if you're on vertical, you're not seeing anything. You're just hearing a disassociated voice. It'd be like hey, this person's really shy. They're doing
Desktop.
a stream, but they don't, they're not going to show their face. I'm here. I swear I'm here. I'll be back in a minute or so. That should have fixed it, but it might take a couple seconds for it to initiate. Hold on, I'm going to put down my microphone and try and test something really quick. All right, everybody, I'm going to test. Let's see. Test, text to speech.
Pete
Did it work? Yeah,
Gustin
there we
said
go.
test text to speech.
All right, I fixed it. So either nobody was chatting before, which would be kind of a bummer, or it was broken, but it is working right now. I'm coming back. Now you can see my pretty face again. And success. I am back. All right. Where's the
At
next one?
Ashant11 said hi.
Hi. There we go. I did get it
At
fixed.
Joni BC said I think we're good on mods.
Yeah, yeah.
What we need is good conversation.
Good
And you're
conversation.
doing great.
Oh, me or Danny?
At Arctic Rebel
Hold on
5500
second.
said great to not see you, Pete.
Yeah, Green. I'm sure you guys all appreciate that. You're
At
like, hey, it's so much better when I
Ashant11
just
said
hear
it
him.
works.
Yeah, I got it now. Let me. I got to stand up for 1
At
second to
Animal
turn off the
Jamasum
monitors in the
Gaming
other room.
Chan 808 said you, my coworker,
You-
didn't believe you're blind.
Well, I am. Your coworker's a goofball. That's
At
what I have to say about your
Princessaur
coworker.
said I don't think he watches much of anything.
Hold on, I'll be right
Zora.
back. I just got to turn down one thing because I'm getting some feedback.
At Zaneheal 2407 said there's no audio, only short form is working. At Taylorthorn 7037 said I love your content and you're amazing. I'm also blonde too. At the Goose of Knowledge said a rainbow on Venus is called a glory. At Green Dragonfly
I hear
4831
someone
said
just
holy
say
cow, it's Optimus Prime.
that the audio isn't working on one of the platforms.
At Eben
That would
Benke
drive me
said Germans
nuts.
don't have Thanksgiving, but they have
Well,
something
yeah, of
called
course.
Oktoberfest.
Yeah, I mean, that's a thing.
A festival on the
Oop, one
span of a
second.
few weeks where Germans
At
celebrate by
chillhop_vibes_247 tip $10 through Super Chat. I've recently come across an older game called Blind Side where you must navigate the entire horror game with audio only.
Ooh,
I'm curious what you think of it and if it's a game you think you could play.
that could be kind of fun, I think. Hold on, I'm trying to test something here. Dismiss. I'm trying to see if... Is my stream not playing? Full screen. Pause. Play. I mean, it should be. Am I only on the horizontal right now? That would annoy me. But at least I'm somewhere, hopefully, right? I don't know. I don't know what's going on anymore. This is why it's nerve-wracking doing it alone. My meal? Oh, my meals did get delivered. Look at that. Would I play? Thank you very, very, very much for that tip, by the way. Would I play again? Yeah, I mean, right now I'm doing a lot of like listening to audiobooks. I'm listening to Lit RPG, literary, what's it called? Real play game or something like that. I don't know, but I'm super enjoying those books that are like video games, except you're just listening to them. I haven't played a video game since I played Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. It was the last video game I tried to play, and my vision had crapped out. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just trying to hop into the cars so I could hear my voiceovers in that game. So if there was a game that was designed for blind people, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I've been more productive in life because I haven't had a lot of time to play video games, but I think it'd be fun just to like kind of try one to see if it worked.
At Comic Pro 36
Comic
said the
Pro?
horizontal video is horribly delayed.
Well, I wonder what that
At
means.
Platypus Mofo said rap pedo.
Uh-oh.
Stupid autocorrect. At Oragai said hi.
said hi. I wonder if horizontal
At
being delayed.
Ashant11 said I'm glad to be on the line.
just means that the
From Adamant to Zorak said, you ever watch Cartoon Network or Adult Swim?
I used to watch Cartoon Network and Adult Swim
At the
when
Goose
I
of
could
Knowledge
see.
said, all mammals get goosebumps.
I didn't know that all mammals get goosebumps. What did I used to? So the last thing that I was watching, I still had some vision. I was watching cartoons. I was watching Adult Swim. I would watch C Lab 2020. One of my favorite shows ever was the Venture Brothers, and then of course Aqua Teen Hunger Force. And I've done it before, but one of my favorite characters, my favorite voices to do is Meatwad.
Meatwad used to hang out with Carl, and then he'd hang out with Master Shake and Frylock, and then they would do some crazy stuff together and have a lot of fun. That was Meatwad, was my favorite character on that show.
It's a funny voice to do. I've always had fun with that. So yeah, those are like the last cartoons I ever saw. If the horizontal...
And Evan Benke said, the German word that means to go back is zurückgehen.
Zerupgen. Why am I learning
At
German?
Joni BC said, erector pilly.
What? Joni, I don't even know
From
what's going on with
Adamant
that
to
one.
Zorak said, you ever watch Cartoon Network or Adult Swim?
Yeah, I just answered that. But that maybe
At
that's
Ashant
what they're
11
talking about
said,
with
I
the
miss
delay.
Superdog.
I miss Superdog too. I think possibly, this is just me guessing, and maybe people don't care about me trying to figure out the technical stuff, but I do believe that the horizontal is behind, because in the horizontal one, they play ads, and in the vertical one, they don't play ads. Horizontal, vertical, I don't know. As long as it's working, and it seems like, as long as I'm hearing you guys
From Adamant
saying
to
stuff.
Zorak said, you ever watch Cartoon Network
keep
or
asking
Adult
the same
Swim?
question over and over. Wait, I mean, I answered
At
it. Oh, let's see. This
Berrigan,
is something different.
2248 said, I'm losing my vision and going blind. You inspire me to get up and get out there.
That's that. Whoops. 1 second.
At Gammon Jesus tipped $10 through Super Chat. How is it going, man? I love you content.
Well, that's very nice of you to say. Drop $10 just to say he loves my content. Take that person's example. Just give me $10 to tell me you love me. I mean, that's the epitome of the American dream right there. Someone just paying me to tell me that they love me. I appreciate that. That's really nice. It's nice to know that you guys like this comment. And as to the comment that I potted up, that's a term. Do you want to know what potted up means? In radio, there's sliders, and they're called potentiometers. So you can turn the volume up and volume down on the potentiometer. So if you're in radio and you've got a thing that has sliders that go up and down, they're saying potting it up and potting it down. But I would say one of the most important things you can do while you still have some vision is start learning the technology that's available to the low and no vision community. Like, I use basically a regular computer just because I made myself super familiar with the layout of it. Funny thing is, the computer in the other room is still Windows 7 because I'm really familiar with the layout, and then they changed some stuff on me and I didn't want to learn it. But I know how to use my computer because I was visually capable of seeing it for a period of time. And same thing with Pro Tools, where I do all my editing. I didn't have to learn it after I went blind. I learned it while I had some vision, and now I'm pretty versatile with it. With the no vision. So I would say if you are going blind slowly, I would try and utilize the vision that you have while you still have it. 760-517-6844 is the phone number. And we're talking to you guys. Hey, who's this?
Hey, it's Riri. Pete, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm great. I loved your short about Arnold Schwarzenegger. We can definitely relate on this end.
It's fun for me to start doing content that isn't, I mean, I am blind. The channel's called Blind Surfer, but the fun thing about these conversations that I'm having with people like you, and like when Brooks and Banana are here, there's just like other stuff that we can all talk about. And I feel like I'm trying to train the YouTube algorithm to like, let me talk about other things. And like physical fitness has always been huge for me. I've been working out since I was like a little kid. And yeah, these days, I mean, he's right. The clip that Riri's talking about is Arnold Schwarzenegger was talking to Howard Stern, and Howard's like, how do you keep working out as you get older? And he's like, it just sucks. Everything hurts.
It just sucks, Pete. My husband is a huge workout fan too, and he's 65, and he's still trying to keep up. And he's hurt himself. In the last live, I put out in the chat that he had a blood clot in his leg.
Oh God, that's not good.
Yeah, because Pete, he was trying to keep up with the the physical activity and the workouts he was doing.
I
That's
mean,
what the doctor told him. He said you need to
take it back a
slow
notch.
down.
Yeah, I mean, right now, I actually I don't talk about it a lot, but I haven't surfed for 2 weeks because I've got a right shoulder injury. Like I feel like, and it was a dumb injury. Like
Oh.
nothing major happened. I actually hurt myself in the gym. It's like, oh come on, that's where I'm supposed to be making stuff better. But I do rehab 3 times a day because I'm just trying to get it better, trying to get back in the water. I've missed some good surf out there, but I'll tell you, like ever since I don't know, I think ever since I think it happened when I turned 36. I would wake up in the morning and be like, how did I twist my ankle? I was in bed. Like, what did I do while I was asleep?
Exactly. Exactly. And these things happen to you.
Yeah.
Just all out of a sudden, out of the blue. Yeah. Yeah. It will continue.
Right.
You just have to keep yourself active.
And then, well, definitely that's what funny thing is, I had been doing extremely well in the gym right before this injury. And I was about to do a video about how you stay physically fit as you get older. And it's just, you never
Yes.
stop. I do basically the same workout now that I did when I was 17 and 18, except it's 20 minutes
Yeah.
longer now because I have to do a bunch of strengthening in between. But basically, as long as you can never stop, you'll be okay. But yeah, this whole new thing, there's been at least half a dozen occasions where I slept and I must have like slept funny on my pillow. So I wake up to go surfing and I like can't turn my head to the right. I'm like, seriously? Because my head was on the pillow differently than it used to be? How lame.
Isn't that nuts?
Yes.
I mean, every day you wake up with a different pain,
Yes.
and then by the end of the day, it's gone. It's like,
Well, if you're-
okay, what was that about?
If you're lucky,
You know?
it's gone. Sometimes you wake up with an injury and it lasts for 3 weeks and you're like, great, I didn't deserve that one.
Right?
But yeah,
That's terrible.
I was all excited
So,
when I heard that thing from Arnold though. I thought he'd give me some insight, but no, just getting old sucks. Even Arnold says so.
It was
sucks.
hilarious. When you posted that, I told my husband, I said, come in here and see this short that Pete did. It's hilarious. And we both just busted out laughing because we knew it was true.
Yeah.
But anyway, off that subject, where is Brooks and Banana tonight?
Well, I've been doing, it's hard for me to try and wrangle them. They got their own lives. I do this social media thing, and it's I like this a little more opportunity without someone else on the couch to try and Banana can't stand it when I pot up the text to speech. She hates the text to speech because she hears it all the time. And then when I have Brooks to talk to, sometimes I get too long into the conversations with him. So I decided to do a show by myself on Tuesdays where I can try and interact a little bit more with the text to speech and the callers. So it's just me on Tuesdays, and then on Wednesday you get either me and Brooks or me, Brooks, and Banana.
Well, honey, that's awesome. And thank you for the tutorial from text to speech to my iPhone. It works beautifully.
Oh, great.
You helped me with that a week or so ago, and I have been so enamored by it. Thank you.
You are most welcome. I think anybody is their eyesight's crapping out. The first thing you can do is increase font size on your phone, and then if that doesn't work anymore, just fire up the text to speech. I mean, everything is so accessible these days. So I'm glad that was able to work out for you.
Yes, it was amazing. Will you take care, Pete?
Thanks, Rita.
Get
Good to
some
hear
other
from you.
people online.
Will do.
All right.
Have
be
a good night.
Okay.
See, it's fun talking. I love talking to
M4X
you
said,
guys.
have you ever GOONED with your life on the line?
Have I ever GOONED
At the
with my
Goose
life
of
on the
Knowledge
line?
said
I don't
glass
think so.
sponges can live for 15,000 years.
Wait, that I didn't know.
This makes them one of the longest living organisms on
Glass
Earth.
sponges. Did you say
At
glass
Rowdy
sponges can
Rashawn,
live
it
for
said W.
15,000 years? So, quahogs, which is it's basically a clam that is more prevalent in the Northeast. Goose of Knowledge, I'm going to be dropping some knowledge on you. They can live over 500 years. Quahogs can. And Greenland sharks that are swimming in the really cold waters of Greenland, they can live between like 200 and 300 years. But apparently they don't have anything on glass sponges. What the heck is a glass sponge? I don't even know what that is. I don't know what time I started tonight. It is...
At the Goose of Knowledge said so. You're a German version of me?
Who's a German
At
version
Evan
of me?
Bank.
What? Oh, he's talking to at Evan Bank, I guess. I didn't get to hear the thing. It's 7:38. I think I started an hour ago,
At
so we can keep going
Terminate
for a little
One
bit. There's
said I
Danny.
sent an email, Pete.
All right, I will check your email.
At Evan Benke said at the Goose of
I feel
Knowledge
like-
more like your German cousin.
Your German cousin. I feel like it's going to have to be up to the other. Like, having a ton of mods is also. It's better to just have one or two people in there. If we got 4 mods in there at once, I mean, I don't know. But we'll have to put it up to a vote between Sarah and Devil's Advocate and Joni and Brooks. Like, having 5 mods seems like it might be a lot. Let's see if we can get to another phone. You guys like my little graphic there? Little graphic which says 760-517-6844. That's how you get me. Hey, who's this?
Hi, this is Andrea.
Hey, Andrea, what's going on? Good to hear from you tonight.
Yeah, this is my first time joining in a live stream.
I love hearing from new people, and your phone sounds fantastic, and your voice sounds upbeat, so it's all good.
Thanks.
What's going on
Customer
tonight?
service makes good practice.
Oh, yeah? Customer service in person or on the phone?
In person.
Oh, God love you. I want to send you all the well wishes and good thoughts I can, because customer service dealing with the public in general is difficult.
Yeah, especially with 5 chronic illnesses.
Yeah, I bet. Well, what's going on tonight?
I wanted to talk a little bit about disability advocacy, because that's a big part of my life that I try to do.
I could be. It's definitely not my specialty. I know that Molly Burke, another blind creator, I think she lists herself as a low vision disability advocate. I could do more work on that. I just kind of tell my stories, spread information, try and entertain and educate and inform people. But I definitely don't spend a lot of time on advocacy. What would you like to discuss about that, though?
One program that I do is called Miss Amazing. It's a pageant for girls with disabilities and chronic illnesses.
I love the name of that, Miss Amazing. That's better than Miss Universe, Miss America. If you're Miss Amazing, that's even better. That's great.
I know. The amount of times during pageant weekends where we try to figure out different words to say besides amazing is truly funny. We just end up just saying the words a million times.
I bet. I think if I'm remembering, I think my shirt says Mr. Impossible tonight. I tried to remember to throw that one on. So Miss Amazing and Mr. Impossible, we're just trying to break barriers there. How is that a once a year pageant?
Yeah. So we have state competitions. Well, not really competitions, but there's still winners and everything. And I'm coming at you from Montana, which is one of the smallest programs, and we actually team up with Wyoming and Washington and Alaska, things like that. We have the whole Northwest in our corner of the country.
Nice. And the competition, those 4 states or however many there are total, do they always do the pageant in Montana?
Yes, we tend to.
Okay, that's cool. And how many people usually show up from your corner?
Currently, the last few years, it's been around 8 to 12 girls consistent.
That's really nice. So, and then everybody gets to get together. See, this is, I mean, again, I came to social media late. I'd been kind of, running my, can you hold on one second? Let me just check this out. Not going to lose
At Stardom Up tipped $4.99 through Super Chat.
What up, Trent?
Hey, Pete. Can't call tonight, but figured I'd drop a quick 5 can't call next Tuesday. Either my birthday is that day.
Well, happy early birthday to you, Trent, and thank you for the tip into the tip jar. I really appreciate that. That is Trent from the Stardom Up channel. But I do back to the bringing people together. I always feel like it was hard for me growing up in the 80s, not knowing any other blind people. Zero, none. I didn't know any. I had no one to talk to about losing my eyesight. I had no frame of reference, nothing. I don't know. I feel like there's pluses and minuses to that, but I feel like bringing people together like you're doing in those pageants has got to be really positive.
It really is. One of my favorite parts about it is, honestly, we can just forget about everything that we deal on a daily basis.
Yes.
And just, it's a core part of our personalities, but we kind of feel somewhat, it's a nasty word in the disability community, but normal,
Yeah.
and we can just be ourselves around each other
Yeah.
with little to zero judgment.
Yeah, I mean, I feel that a lot of times, even when I'm around people that know that I can't see, like they're fully aware that I can't see, and they'll every once in a while, we'll be sitting at like a restaurant by a street, and they'll be like, "Oh my God, did you see that person that just walked by?" And they just don't, and then you kind of have to pretend you're like, "Yeah, yeah, sure, whatever that was." I mean, there's always this degree of like trying to fit in with everybody else and not I don't like constantly going, no, what was it? Explain this to me, explain that to me. Like a lot of the times I'll just sit back and roll with it. And I feel like it's a little depressing sometimes because I know I'm faking just to go along to get along. And I bet you feel that way too. And then when you get to the pageant, you can just be you and not have to worry about how other people are perceiving or how you're coming off.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure.
Do you compete or are you an organizer?
Since I won nationals 2 years ago, I have to age up into the next age group to compete again. So I've been helping organize the Montana event.
I didn't know I was speaking to a champion here. You should have led with that. I'm sorry. I didn't address you properly as Miss Amazing, the champion Miss Amazing. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it was really crazy going from small town Montana to Chicago and then winning the national pageant.
Is there a skills part of the competition? Is there like singing or anything that you had to do?
Yeah, so each girl picks their own special talent of what they're interested in, and it doesn't have to necessarily be something that could be performed on stage. Some girls do art and showcase
Oh, that's super
that
cool.
via slideshow or something like that.
And what did you showcase the year you won?
I played French horn.
Oh, that's unique. Is that an instrument you've been playing since you were little?
Yeah, since 5th grade.
Wow. All right. What drew you to French horn?
The Imperial March from Star Wars.
Wait, is that performed on a French horn normally, or you just learned it on a French horn and it's played on something else?
Nope, that's a French horn solo.
Is it?
By John Williams himself, yeah.
He
didn't play it, but he composed it.
The Darth Vader Imperial March. That's a French horn?
Yes, that is a French horn.
Oh, now I like that. Did you play the Imperial March at the competition?
I did not. I played Jupiter from the Planets. You should look it up. It's in like a Bluey episode, but it really struck my heart. But I should play Imperial March sometime at a competition. That's really smart.
That would be super cool. And things like that. I mean, that is great. I go back and forth in my head the way I grew up without any blind people around me, like kind of just forcing myself into the normie community. I feel like it did do a lot for me. It forced me to be a little more self-sufficient, I think. I don't know. It's just, I never want to be like old man screaming at people on my lawn, but I don't hate the way I grew up at all. I'm kind of glad I didn't go into a blind school. It just kind of forced me into the mainstream as best I could. And I feel like I've done pretty well with it, but I do have to admit that I felt pretty lonely at times because there was no one to commiserate with, no one to talk about things with, no one that understood the vision loss. Basically, I just kind of had to hide it, which, for mental health, is that a great thing? Like, no. I mean, it was very difficult mentally on me, but I think it ended up working out in my life, whatever the reason was, it did end up working out. I think, what time is it? 7:48 p.m. That's here in the West Coast. I think since we're going to be doing the full show tomorrow, I'm going to wrap things up for this evening because I hear Banana and the puppies outside playing around. And I want to get in on the fun. I appreciate everybody. What did I just press? I think I just pressed the wrong button. There we go. Everybody connecting with me tonight. I hope everybody had fun. There, I'm trying to find the damn button. There we go. There we go. There's my outro music. So I will be back tomorrow. We're going to be here 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific, which is 9 p.m. Eastern. And at least Brooks will be here. I believe that Banana's going to be coming in tomorrow to hang out with you guys. We'll be taking calls, listening to some more of that fun text-to-speech stuff. And until then, I love doing this. I get so nervous in the beginning. I totally freak out. I get all sweaty. Sometimes I have to press that button myself. I have to like press the go live button, and I don't want to do it. I'm scared. It's scary pressing that button. But then I get into it and I have fun with you guys because I feel like I got the greatest audience on YouTube. Everybody's just like so nice and so kind and so supportive. And it's fun to hear your stories. So maybe tomorrow I'll try not to be scared because I do enjoy it. Thanks, everybody. I hope you check out the short tomorrow where I'm bragging about all the cool things that I've been able to do. It's real humble, I swear. All right, I'm going to go find my way to the computer and hit the end stream button. Thank you, everybody. Love you all.